Tailwhip.
Wenn die Stimmung passt.
Schauen wir mal, ob die Stimmung passt. Klagenfurt! Backflip, Tailwhip oder was?
Denn ich geb viele Drogen, immer wenn ich high bin, notiere ich zu viel.
Let's go! Und dann hat das immer eine Flair hinten an der Körperpipe. Das ist ein Rückwärtsseite mit einer Handdrehung. Und das wird ziemlich eng im Körper. Ein absoluter Six-Show-Kevin. Schmeißen oder hast du irgendwie noch so eine Feinschmeckerei, eine Delikatesse dabei für uns?
Ja, wenn die Zuschauer noch Bock haben, mache ich schon noch was. Warum fliegt der Kopf? Mein Kopf passt Gucci Sandalen und ich trage sie nur.
Hey, ich sage euch mal eins. Es ist so ein geiler Moment, dass wir alle hier gemeinsam im Stadion diesen fantastischen Abend feiern dürfen. Wir haben so einen Traumjob, wir reden über das Mikro mit euch und ihr reagiert und jedes Göchen ist so eine Gänsehaut. Aufgepasst! Eine Delikatesse! Ich hab's gar nicht gesehen, hat er den gelandet? Am Tor, wenn er gestanden hat?
Dass man die Crowd noch sieht, so.
So we want to see a last round here from our bike crew. Yeah, Martin, let's go! Klagenfurt in the house! Yes! Tabletop. Und dann noch der Tabletop hinten. Also auch eine schöne Kombination im Rückwärtshaltung. Yes! Alright. Ihr Lieben, letzter Training der BMX und Mountainbike Show. Wir wollen natürlich nicht zu spät fertig sein. Wir wollen auch gleich auf das Format der Snowboard erklären. Nochmal, sag nochmal, Kevin.
Ihr habt es noch nie probiert auf so einer kleinen Rampe, okay? Also ich brauche jetzt Unterstützung.
Oder nennst du uns was? Und in
Großen Applaus für den Event. Patrick, erzähl uns mal kurz, wie geht es jetzt weiter, wenn das Event heute vorbei ist? Baut Sie dann morgen schon auf? Geile Sache. Müsst ihr den Rasen wieder neu pflanzen? Der Rasen kommt wieder neu. Rasen kommt wieder neu. Nur einen großen Applaus an Patrick und Thomas und Pierre von Limited Events. Klagenfurt, auf geht's. Die Hände gehen nach oben, Klagenfurt, wir klatschen uns ein, wir klatschen mit. Hey, 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 hey. Alle klatschen mit, alle singen mit. Stimmung jetzt.
Hello everyone and welcome here to Klagenfurt, Austria, the beautiful historic city on the shores of Lake Wörthersee. And we are ready for the FIS World Cup Big Air Finals. Out here for snowboarding for the men and the women. Amazing crowd on hand. Very excited crowd out here. And it is about to go down here in the third stop of this 5-stop Big Air World Cup season, which kicked off in Kerr, Switzerland back in October. Then the second stop was in Beijing, the first day of December. And here we are just after the new year with the third stop of this 5-stop season. Happy New Year's, everyone. And again, very excited as we had 22 women battling it out for 8 spots here in the finals. We had 51 men battling it out for 10 spots here in the finals. And there are definitely some favorites that did not make it through, but there are some household names in the mix and some new names as well as we get a glimpse at the future of snowboarding for these big air athletes with some of these new names. Very exciting stuff indeed as we are on the cusp of an Olympic year next year, 2026. Winter Olympic Games in Milano Cortina, Italy. So there is a lot at stake as there are some Olympic qualification points that riders will earn today by doing well out here in the finals. My name is DC. I will be your commentator here for the finals. Live from Breckenridge, Colorado. Very snowy Breckenridge here this morning. But very excited to see all the action go down here under the night sky in Klagenfurt, Austria. Once again, 8 women finalists, 10 men finalists, 3 runs each. We'll be going with the women first. Women run 1, and then men 1 run, followed by women run 2, men run 2, and then women's final, third and final run, followed by the men's third and final one. We will re-rack the start order for that third and final run. I'll explain more of that to you later as we see some of the dimensions for this jump. Now, these riders very familiar with this jump. It's the same jump that was built for the Kerr Big Air that kicked off the season. Look at some of our athletes. Mia Brooks, Lion Farrell in the house. And again, beautiful fans on hand here in Austria. So for the women, definitely some favorites out here in the mix. Mia Brooks in the finals. She won the Beijing stop. Mari Fukada from Japan in the finals, who won the first stop of the season in Kerr. There's a look at our judging panel. Head judge Gaz Vogan from Great Britain, and an amazing slew of characters, as well as a fellow Colorado resident of mine, Mark Holker there, hailing out of Beaver Creek, Colorado. There's our FIS contest director, Roberto Morris. And thanks to everybody, the whole family that makes this production possible, everyone behind the scenes that helps to bring you this amazing production that we're about to see go down. Good luck to all the athletes, as we're just moments away from getting things started. Again, women's run 1 to start things off. We'll be alternating runs. You see the look at the drop in there, nice and steep on the drop in. Snowflex, so artificial surface there at the drop in, but the riders have dealt with that before. Again, the same jump that they had at the first stop of the season in Kerr. So it's snow flex, and then they get onto that man-made snow. But the riders are used to it. They had qualifications already and have had plenty of time to get used to it. The one difference I've been hearing about this jump compared to the Kerr jump is just that the landing is a little bit steeper, which steep landings definitely feel good when you're catching a lot of air, so that should bode the riders well. Also, a name that we definitely cannot forget to mention here for the women, two-time Olympic big air champion in Austrian, the only Austrian in the finals for the women, Anna Gasser, as we take a look at our women's start sheet and start order there. It'll be Ariane Burry from Switzerland dropping in first, Momo Suzuki from Japan in second, the only American in the midst, and World Cup rookie from Colorado, just about 15 minutes up the street from me here in Breck. Frisco, Colorado's Lily Derwanaway. And then Mia Brooks, Anna Gasser, Japan's Leila Iwabuchi, Japan's Mari Fukada, and Japan's Kokomo Murase. So needless to say, Japan a force to be reckoned with here amongst the women and the men as well. Judges will be looking for difficulty of tricks, amplitude. Of course, this is big air, so they want to see them go big. Variety of tricks riders need to spin. It's their two best scoring tricks spun in two different directions that will equal to their score. And execution of tricks as well, which I will be breaking down that criteria more throughout the event. Dropping in right now, goofy footer, Ariane Burry from Switzerland. Dropping in switch with a switch frontside 9, cab 9 if you will. And judges want to see a clean landing. So unfortunately, Ariane Burry looked good in the air, had to sit down that landing. It was great athleticism to pull that off as we look at that cab 9. But yeah, just sitting that down. So again, judges want to see a nice, clean landing. Again, goofy footer, so riding with that right foot forward as her natural stance, so taking off opposite of her natural stance for the switch frontside 900, or cab 9 if you will. Cab, a term used for fakie spins that we adopted from skateboarding legend Steve Caballero. And Ariane Burry there checking in with that 20.75, a small mistake that she can definitely clean up. Definitely a contest veteran, an Olympian, Swiss Olympian, pardon me, here in her 30th World Cup start. Next up, we've got the Japanese rider, one of 4 Japanese riders here in the mix. This is Momo Suzuki, one of 4 Japanese women here in the finals. Regular footer, riding with that left foot forward, her natural stance, so dropping it forward. With the backside 720. Locking in the Weddle grab there. Back 7 Weddle for Momo Suzuki, who had her first World Cup start at the beginning of the season in Kerr. So here in just her 3rd World Cup start, gaining valuable World Cup experience as we look at the execution there of that back 7 with the Weddle grab. Judges love seeing that grab established. So look at her locking it in there right at that backside 360 portion of the rotation and holding on for almost the entirety of that second 360 rotation. Nice and clean, great body language, and a good start to build confidence here for Momo Suzuki from Japan. 69.5 for that back 7. Next up, World Cup rookie from Frisco, Colorado, home mountain of Copper Mountain, Lily Derwanaway. Regular footer, dropping in forward here, her natural stance. With the backside 900, just coming shy on the rotation there with that backside 900, 2.5 times around. But again, World Cup rookie. Well, first World Cup final. She had her first World Cup start at the Beijing Big Air back at the beginning of December, but this is her first World Cup final. So I'm going to go ahead, not afraid to give her that World Cup rookie title. But again, local Colorado rider. I've been seeing her in a lot of local rail jams, and her skills have been improving at a rapid rate. Just qualified for X Games right before Christmas in the street style event, where there was a qualifier held at Copper Mountain, her home mountain. So Lily will be looking to her next of, well, she's got 2 more runs coming her way, but her next run after the men's first run to put down something clean. Now Mia Brooks, current overall leader on the World Cup circuit for slopestyle and big air. Winner of the Beijing stop, got 5th at the first stop of the season, coming in switch. Mia Brooks definitely a favorite out here. Has a very large bag of tricks. Starting it off with a switch frontside 7, or a cab 720 if you will. Locking in the switch melon grab. Wait, the score here for Mia Brooks, your Crystal Globe recipient from last season. Oh, I'm sorry, cab 10. I lost a rotation there against the night sky with the cab 10 3 times around. For that cab 1080 for Mia Brooks. Next up, Anna Gasser. And you're gonna hear the crowd go wild here. Anna Gasser, the hometown hero, 2-time Olympic big air champion. All-time record for big air World Cup wins. 30 top 3 finishes. Coming in forward with the backside double cork 1080 there for Anna Gasser. And again, the crowd going wild for their hometown hero, the only Austrian in the final for the women's. Get to really see the off-axis rotation of that double cork back 10. Locks in the melon grab, holds onto it well, and she knows what to do. Again, 2-time Olympic champion for big air. '40 World Cup starts, 30 World Cup podiums, 12 World Cup victories. Anna Gasser has had a very successful career and has been at the forefront of progression for the women. And she's gonna get an 86.25 for the back double cork 10. That'll put her on the top spot for the time being. Once again, it's the combination of their 2 highest trick scores spun in 2 different directions that will determine our podium out here tonight in the beautiful historic city of Klagenfurt, Austria. 3 women left to go to take their first of 3 runs. Next up, Leila Iwabuchi. 10 World Cup podium finishes for Leila, 9 of those for big air, 9 of those. She's got 9 World Cup victories coming in forward. Front side 1080 for Leila Iwabuchi, spun more on the flat axis. Leila with a 2nd place finish at the first stop of the season. 5th place finish at the 2nd stop of the season in Beijing. Enjoying these replays here, the slow motion replay of this front 10. Look at her grabbing through the legs on that backside edge. Very technical there. I believe that is the chicken salad variation, the name of that grab there. For that front side 1080, but good technical way to grab the board, showing that control. Very neat way. Stella Maskey, sorry, front 10. Just a slight rotation of the wrist can vary the names, the nomenclature of some of these trick names or the grab names as well. So Layla checking in with that 79.25. That'll have her in third for the time being. Our top two qualifiers left to drop in to take their first of three runs. Next up, this is regular footer from Japan, Mari Fukada, dropping in switch. Opposite of her natural stance. With the switch backside 1260. Huge trick right there, executed very well. This will be a nice score for Mari Fukada. Mari with 2 World Cup victories under her belt. Double grab there for the truck driver on that switchback 1260s. We'll relive that here in the slow motion replay. Locks in the front side grab and the melon grab. Right there, you see the black mittens on the red base. Clearly see, just like the hands on a wheel of a truck, the truck driver grab for that switch back 12 for Mari Fukada. And she'll check in with a 93.5. New leader out here, new high scores. We're well up into the 90s from Mari Fukada. She had her first World Cup start just 2 years ago at a Copper Mountain Grand Prix World Cup Big Air. And she won it. Way to start off her World Cup career over there at Copper 2 years ago. Our top qualifier now getting ready to drop in. This is Coco Marase. Coco with a 4th place finish at the first stop of the season. 8th place finish at the second stop of the season. Now here in the 3rd stop of the season, your top qualifier coming into the finals. Coming in switch for the regular footer. With the cab 1260 getting off access twice. Cab double cork 12, not putting down the clean landing gear though. So Kokomo Murase will be looking to her next run to put it down clean. Definitely a tough slam out here. She has paid her dues indeed, knows how to take a tough slam. But good to see her quick back to her feet. Bronze medalist from the 2022 Winter Olympic Games. For this discipline, Big Air. Coco taking a pretty good hit on her face, so we're definitely sending out well wishes to her as that did not look comfortable. But Coco, again, a very tough athlete, and good to see her quick back to her feet. As you look at the standings after the first of 3 runs, again, best 2 jump scores count, spun in different directions, but it's Mari Fukada from Japan in the top spot. The hometown hero, Anna Gasser, representing Austria in 2nd. And then rounding out the top 3, Mia Brooks from Great Britain. As we will focus our attention to the men, there's a look at the start list for the men. There are 10 finalists. Gemma Mazet-Brown from Great Britain will be dropping first. Leon Volkensberger in 2nd. Jakob Arones dropping 3rd. 1 Austrian here in the finals. Clemens Müllauer will be dropping 5th. And then your top qualifier, Øyvind Kirkus from Norway, will have the pleasure of being the last athlete to drop, size up the competition. But right now, Gemma Mazet-Brown flying the flag for Great Britain. Coming in forward. The goofy footer, once again, riding with that right foot forward. With the backside 16, 4.5 times around, locks in the nose grab, but reverts, washes out that landing, trying to stop those centrifugal forces after spinning 4.5 times around. Love the flex on that board there with that nose grab, showing that that grab is established. So judges looking for a cleaner landing. That's why you see the lower score of a 39.25. Again, Gemma Mazet-Brown just needs to stop those centrifugal forces of that 16-20 and lock down that landing, and that score will be bumped up big time. Next up from Germany, Leon Wolkensberger coming back from injury. Love seeing when athletes bounce back. The stories of perseverance, determination, and overcoming adversities. So welcome back to competition, Leon Wolkensberger. Here in his 27th World Cup start. He's got 2 World Cup podiums under his belt, 1 World Cup victory. Regular footer, riding with that left foot forward for his natural stance. Coming in switch. With the switch back 16, but not getting that rotation all the way around. And he is slow to get up. These city big air jumps, once again, man-made snow, so it's pretty firm conditions out there in that landing, and especially coming into the bottom of that transition. It's a steep landing, and then as you come into the flats, the G-forces of coming down that steep landing into the flats can be quite uncomfortable. But good to see Leon Wolkensberger getting up after that switch back 16. Getting a 19.75, the crash score, if you will. And we'll be looking for our German athlete to clean things up on his next run. Again, 3-run format. Best 2 jump scores spun in 2 different directions is what counts. Next up, Jakub Hrones from Czech Republic, AKA Kuba, goofy footer. Finished 5th at the first stop of the season. Coming in switch. 5 times around for the cab 18. Nice work, Kuba, cab 18. Look at the replay here. Locks in the switch tail grab as well. And look at him holding on to that grab. Judges love to see that. Solid landing, establishes that landing gear with authority. This should be rewarded well by our judging panel. Again, looking at the landing there, puts it down, locks in that toe side edge to keep himself from over-rotating. Well executed there for Kuba. 90.75. The cab 18 nose grab or switch tail, if you will. Nice work, Kuba. Next to drop, Lion Farrell, representing New Zealand, hails from the island of Maui, the North Shore of Maui. Haiku. Beautiful community on the North Shore of Maui, close to some world-class surf breaks. Regular footer, line Farrell, dropping in, forward. Going with the back 18 rocket air, double nose grab. But just missing that clean landing. He had that, so look for Lyon to put it down on his next run. So close to executing that nice and cleanly. But look at that. Back 18 rocket air with that double nose grab. Very established with the grab there. But the clean landing just escaping him, so look for Lyon to clear things up. And he's fired up, sporting the lovely rat tail there. Great haircut, Lyon, looking good, dapper as always. The first stop of the season, he had his brother, the best dressed coach, in his corner. But focusing our attention on the next athlete, and you're gonna hear this stadium get loud. This is the only stadium big air of the World Cup season for these 5 big air stop. Clemens Mühlauer, the Austrian, such a creative rider. Great film projects, definitely give him a look up on YouTube. Drop it in switch for the regular footer, opposite of his natural stance. And going with the switch back 16 for Clemens Mühlauer. And the Austrians love it. Again, hometown hero. And he's the only Austrian in the finals for the men. He and Anna Gasser holding it down, as they always do together. Clemens here in his 47th World Cup start, 2 World Cup podiums. But again, he's been such a staple rider, especially in the European snowboard scene, but in the snowboard scene alone. Great video projects, always doing very creative projects. And give him a search in your off time for some really quality content from the Austrian Clemens Mühlauer, as our judges discuss what they want to award Clemens for that switchback 16. And they're going to give him a 79. That'll have him in second place for now. So a good start on his campaign for the podium from the hometown hero in the mix. Halfway through the first runs for our 10-men final. And we are getting a DNS from the only American that was on the roster, Ollie Martin. Now it's Taiga Hasegawa, regular footer, coming in switch. With the switch front side 18, cab 18 for Taiga Hasegawa. So we're sending definitely well wishes out to Ollie Martin, the only American in the finals, as he took a tough slam in practice right before the finals kicked off. But Taiga Hasegawa, cab 18, switch frontside 18 with the switch frontside grab. Look at it, held on throughout. Reigning world champion Taiga Hasegawa. For entertaining Taiga Hasegawa content, look up his switch method air from X Games Big Air in Aspen last year. One of the best switch methods I've ever seen go down. So Taiga needs a score bigger than a 90.75 to be on the top spot. It's Kuba Arones from Czech Republic that holds that 90.75. You see right there, the leader, Jakub Arones. And Taiga checks in with an 89.75. So that'll put him in second. Kuba had the cab 18 as well with the switch tail grab. that got him the 90.75. So similar trick, different grabs. And I think judges may be awarding for the difficulty of that tail grab more. 3 athletes remaining for the men to take their first of 3 runs. Regular footer, Ryoma Kamata dropping in switch now. Switch back 16 for Ryoma Kamata. Ryoma here in now his 30th World Cup start. He's got 6 World Cup podiums under his belt, 1 World Cup victory. Locks in the stale fish grab. Or switch melon, however you would like to call that. Grab is held on. Great execution. Puts down the landing gear, no hand touch. Locks in that toe side edge. Once again, I'll point that out. Good way for the riders to resist washing out that trick, over rotating, reverting on that landing. So check it in with a 77.25 for that switch back 16. For Ryoma Kamata, that'll have him in 4th for the time being. Clemens Müllauer from Austria in 2nd, Taiga Hasegawa. Oh, I'm sorry, Clemens Müllauer from Austria in 3rd, Taiga Hasegawa in 2nd, and Jakob Rones from Czech Republic, the leader with a 90.75, that high score. Right now, Ian Mattioli, regular footer, dropping in from Italy. With the front 18, oh wow, thrown so clean. Spun on the flat access, not getting any off access dips in that rotation. Goes Weddle to tail grab on that front 18. Locks in the Weddle grab there. Let's go right when he holds up, locks in that tail grab, holds on to that tail grab. Nice and composed in the air. Arms aren't flailing around at all. So clean on the landing. That front 18, Weddle to tail, should award the Italian Ian Mattioli well. There you go, strong support crew for Ian Mattioli. The first rider in history to land a 2160. Ian Mattioli check it in with an 87.5. That'll have him in 3rd in the top 3 for the time being. Definitely a high trick score to add on to. And now your final athlete to take his first of 3 runs, the Norwegian Øyvind Kirkes. Regular footer here in his 19th World Cup start. Øyvind Kirkes dropping in switch. Switch, double back rodeo. Switch double back 12. Switch double back rodeo 1260. It's a mouthful out here, folks. And we'll enjoy the replay breaking this down. Locks in the switch nose grab or the tail grab, if you will. But look at him dump it back for that rodeo rotation. Shout out Peter Line, one of the innovators of the rodeo flip. Talking about good content to look up. Young kids out there, do your homework. Look up some Peter Line video parts. Well done, Øyvind Kirkes. So switch double back rodeo 1260. Definitely executed very well. Really didn't see anything wrong with that. Judges should award him. Well, they do. 92, a new leader from your top qualifier, Oyvind Kirkus. So after the first of 3 runs, you got Oyvind Kirkus, your top qualifier in the top spot. Jakobrones Kuba from Czech Republic in second, and Taiga Hasegawa from Japan rounding out the top 3. Focus our attention back to the women. Well, there's your standings right there for the men. Ian Mattioli from Italy, just outside the top 3. Clemens Mühlauer, the hometown hero, the only Austrian for the men in the finals, rounding out the top 5. And again, Ollie Martin, we're sending well wishes to Ollie. I heard he took a tough slam in practice, and he was a DNS, did not start. So run 2 for the women coming up next. Current standings for the women is Mia Brooks in third, Anna Gasser in second, Mari Fukada sitting in the top spot with a 93.5, the score to beat. And now dropping in, this is the Swiss Olympian, Ariane Burry, goofy footer, riding with that right foot forward, her natural stance. So here she is, dropping in switch. Big cab 900. Oh, got the rotation around. But a lot of force coming down to that landing. She popped off that takeoff really proper. Lots of airtime here in this big air event. But going for the same trick that we saw her attempt on her first of 3 jumps, the cab 900. I love the patience on the takeoff there. You see a lot of times riders when they're spinning cab, I'm guilty of it as well on mini park jumps. It's easy to get impatient and start rotating early. But Ariane Burry committed, pops off the jump proper, gets plenty of airtime, lands at the second to last line, way down the landing, but unfortunately couldn't put down that cab 9. So unfortunately for Ariane Burry, good to see the smile on her face. A healthy athlete is a happy athlete, and I do love to see that myself. But she will not be able to be a threat to the podium, so her third and final jump might just be a nice style jump for the crowd out there. Next up, from Japan, Momo Suzuki had a backside 720 with a Weddle grab on her first jump. Regular footer coming in forward with a frontside spin. With a frontside 1080 melon, very well done. So looking to add to her 69.5 for her frontside, or for her backside 720 melon. A very well executed frontside 1080 with a melon grab. And again, the execution, the grab locked in. The body language, nice and composed in the air. The landing gear, put down very cleanly, no over-rotation, hence the smile on her face. That 10 had to feel good. So 2 good jumps for Momo Suzuki. And look for her to step it up on that third and final jump to replace that backside 720 Weddle grab score of 69.5. Potentially another backside spin. Maybe she has a back 10 in her bag of tricks that she wants to put down. There you see current leader is Mari Fukada with that 93.5. And Momo Suzuki checking in with the 82.25. So again, that was a very well thrown front 10. And the judges awarding her properly for that one. Next to drop, Lily Dewanaway, Frisco, Colorado, Copper Mountain local, having what I'm gonna go ahead and call already a breakout season. Coming in forward, looking to clean up the back 9. Same trick she tried on her first jump, and unfortunately can't put down the clean landing on that. But remember this name, Lily Dewanaway. You're going to be seeing a lot more of her in the future. here in only her second World Cup appearance. This is her first World Cup final. So 19.5, the crash score for that back nine with the stale fish grab for Lily Dewanaway. And she'll have her third and final run to put down. Once again, it won't be a threat to the podium due to the two crashes. But hopefully just a nice style trick for the beautiful fans out here under the night sky of Klagenfurt, Austria. Mia Brooks, definitely a favorite, always a threat to the podium. Had a cab 10 on her first run. Looking to add to that. At 82.75, she's currently sitting in fourth. Backside double cork 1260 for Mia Brooks. And that was thrown very well. Winner of the World Championships in Georgia just a couple of years ago. X Games slopestyle gold medalist. Mia Brooks, little hand touch on the landing there. Judges will notice that and take note of that. Shouldn't affect the score too much as it was a well done backside 1260, 3.5 times around there. Locks in the Weddle grab. Mia Brooks here in her 13th World Cup start. Checking in with the 88.5 for Mia Brooks, and that puts her up in first place for now. Well done, Mia Brooks. Adding to that 82.75 from her first jump. But right now, you see the signs there. You hear the crowd get wild. Hometown hero, Anna Gasser, two-time Olympic gold medalist for this discipline. Such a decorated individual. Anna Gasser looking to add to her backside double cork 1080s, 86.25. Four-time X Games gold medalist, two-time world champ, a Burton US Open champion as well. And again, at the forefront of progression for women's snowboarding for a long time. First one to ever do a triple cork with the cab, double cork 900 there for Anna Gasser. I could spend the rest of this contest talking about her accolades and everything that she has done for snowboarding. And the Austrian crowds love her for it. Good to see that smile on her face as well. She's feeling the love out here on her home snow. Great aerial shot. You see the off access, 2 times off access there for the cab dub 9. Truck driver there, double grab. So Anna will be adding a nice score to that 86.25. Once again, the recipient, the all-time winner of Women's Big Air World Cup events. Checking in with a 77.5. That'll put Anna Gasser in second for now. Definitely poised for a podium finish out here, but we'll have to wait to the third and final run to see if that comes to fruition. Next up, Leila Iwabuchi. Yeah, Anna's got her work cut out for her. She's got some heavy hitters that she is up against. She has paved the way for a lot of these women, and they definitely have the tricks to knock her off the podium. We'll see how it shakes down. Leila Iwabuchi coming in now. Oh, massive, massive backside double cork 10. So she had the front 10 Stelmaski on her first jump that she is looking to add to. 79.25 is the score she is looking to add to. Again, big shout out to our production crew, loving these angles. The slow-mo replay. Locks in the Weddle grab, grabbing with that leading hand on that front side edge between the bindings. Caesar landing, opens up, great air awareness, stomps it. So again, looking to add their 79.25. This should be a good trick score. I think it'll be a higher score than that 79.25. I am no judge, but that's what I'm predicting. We await the score. Judges making sure this will fall in the rankings where it deserves. An 84 for that backed up 10. So that'll have Leila Iwabuchi on the podium for now in third place. 2 athletes remaining to take their second of 3 runs. And again, we will re-rack the start order depending on the standings, based off the standings for the third final run, with the highest scored athlete dropping in last. Your current World Cup leader, Mari Fukada, there with the yellow bib. She had that switch backside 1260 truck driver on her first jump, awarded her the highest score, 93.5. Mari Fukada coming in forward. With the backside double cork 1080, Japan. The Japan grab there. Grabbing with your leading hand on that front side edge and tweaking that back again. Thank you to skateboarding, vert skateboarding in particular for the trick nomenclature there. Where they really tweak it in skateboarding. I mean, that front leg is like up against the deck of the skateboard. Not possible to do with the snowboard boots the way they do it in skateboarding, but still the nomenclature for the same grab position in a similar tweak, if you will, on the board. But look at that, locks in that grab, does tweak it back beautifully. So the Japanese athlete with the back double cork 1080 Japan, 88.75, back into the leader seat in the top spot. Mari Fukada is definitely having a night tonight in that flow state. Now our top qualifier, Kokomo Murase, had a big slam there on her first jump on a cab 12. You see her face definitely a little marked up from that landing, but Coco, she is a contest veteran. She has paid her dues. She knows how to take one on the chin and get back up into the fight. And there she is, ready to drop in here on her second of 3 jumps. Kokomo Murase, the regular footer, drop it and switch. Does she go for the cab 12 again here? Yes, she does. And gets it around, lands a little heel heavy. I mean, that's a big trick. Might have been dealing with a little PTSD, if you will, from that first go around. And was kind of shy on the landing, not fully committing to that landing and landing heel heavy. So this will not be a score that will rival our top scores due to the heel heavy Coco. But I mean, after taking the big hit, so much respect to her for getting back up. You would have found me back in the medical tent, tending to myself and tail between the legs, not coming back out for another one. So much respect to Coco Murase. 29.5, so her third and final jump. It's not going to be possible for her to threaten the podium. As you see our standings right there, Mari Fukada in the top spot, Mia Brooks in second. Anna Gasser, the hometown hero, in third. But these athletes do have a third and final jump coming your way. So we have the men's second of 3 runs coming up next. So again, Mari Fukada for the women in the top spot, Mia Brooks in second, Anna Gasser in third. And they have a third and final jump that will determine the podium out here. Now, back to the top of the start for the men. We started with 10 finalists, but unfortunately, Ollie Martin having a crash in warm-ups, in training before this final, was a DNS on his first of 3 runs, so I'm assuming we're not going to see the only American that made it into the finals, Ollie Martin, sending him well wishes, the young 16-year-old American with a promising future. This is Gemma Mazet Moran. Oh, I'm sorry, Brown. Gemma Mazet Brown. Fortunately, not able to put it down clean here. Goofy footer, taking off on his natural stance. Back 16 with the nose grab, the same trick that he threw on his first of 3 attempts. So 45.75. Not a score that will threaten our top 3. But valuable World Cup experience for Gemma Mazet Brown, the athlete representing Great Britain now, here in his 7th World Cup start. Next up, Leon Volkensberger, once again back from injury, had a switch back 16 that he went down on pretty hard on that first of 3 jumps at previous attempt. So needs something big here if he wants to be in contention for the podium. Once again, it is the 2 best jump scores thrown in different directions. The total of those 2 scores that determine our podium. Here he comes, second of 3 jumps. The German athlete, Leon Volkensberger, AKA Voki, dropping in switch. We're gonna see the switchback 16 attempt again. Yes, we are. Cleaner landing, hard hand touch on the landing. Judges don't wanna see those hands hit the landing. But the same trick that he had tried on the previous attempt, took a hard slam on it. Here on jump 2, he puts it down. Love the aerial shot there, that switchback 16. Locks in the switch Weddle grab. Or the front side grab, if you will. Gets a little tuck knee on that too. Coaches love it. It was a good landing, despite the little bit of hand touch. Should still get a good score, 75.5, and he's back in the game. So looking to add something big to that for his 3rd and final run. Next up, Kuba. Jakub Rones, hailing out of the Czech Republic, goofy footer. Here in his 22nd World Cup start. Had a cab 18 with a switch tail grab that awarded him a 90.75 on that first jump. Coming in forward. 3.5 times around. Oh, front 12, but goes down in the transition from the landing to the flats there. Beautiful slob, front 12 there, slob grab. And the extension there of that front leg to really pronounce that slob. I mean, that looked great in the air. And he got it around, but just wheeling out there, trying not to over-rotate, starts going the other way, hits the flats and those G-forces. Again, very steep landing coming in those flats, lots of G-forces. So Jakob checking in with that 16.5 because of the crash. Looking for his third and final run to put down something big. Next up, Lion Farrell representing New Zealand. His father, the Kiwi of New Zealand descent. Had a back 18 rocket air on that first go. Trying something different here. With the front side 1440. Double cork in that. Nice work, Lion Farrell. 4 times around, goes Weddle to tail grab. Sorry, more slob. Weddle and slop grabbed on the same part of your board. But on a front side spin when you're grabbing with that leading arm, front side air, grab with that leading arm between the bindings, the slob grab, slob air, if you will. So front 14, slob to tail. Gets off access a couple times. Sounds like the live event announcers maybe trying to link Lion up with a dinner date for tonight in the historic city of Klagenfurt, Austria. Having good times as what snowboarding is all about out there. And Lion checking in with a 77.75. So there we go, back in the game for Lion. Very colorful individual. Definitely give him a follow if you're into social media on the Instagram for some good, entertaining content. Next up, Clemens Mühlauer, the hometown hero, the only Austrian in the finals for the men. So Clemens on his first jump had the switch back 1620 with a nose grab. Looking to add to that score of 79 that he received for that. Dropping in forward here, his natural stance. With the back 16, so marrying that trick, but having to revert that landing. So not the clean landing that our judges want to see from our athletes. So he'll be looking at his third and final run to add a big score to that 79 from his first jump. It was a good save there. Great athleticism. Definitely don't want to over-rotate and possibly catch your heels and get slammed into the flats there. So again, solid save. Smart move if you felt like he was starting to flirt with that heel side edge. Very toe heavy, but good save there for Clemens Mühlauer. 36.75, you see the score there. Judges want to see that clean landing. So Clemens, the hometown hero for Austria, looking to his third and final jump to add to his first jump score of 79. Halfway through the second of 3 jumps for the men. Taiga Hasegawa your reigning world champ. As we are seeing a DNS from the American Ollie Martin again. So Taiga coming in with the front side 18. Had the cab 18 on his first jump, mirrors that trick with the front side 18, 5 times around. Locks in the front side grab, holds on to that throughout. Aspiring athletes that are tuned in and watching this, hold on to those grabs, kids. Looks good, feels good, and if you're in a contest, judges will award you well for that. Staying on that flat access, choosing not to get off access. A lot of riders talk about it's a lot harder, it's more difficult to throw a front 18 on a flat access versus a double or a triple cork. You got to stop those centrifugal forces, whereas if you're coming out of a cork, you kind of fall more into the landing. A 90 for that front 18, so that puts Taiga up in the top spot. Well done, Taiga Hasegawa. Three athletes remaining to take their second of 3 jumps. We have Ryoma Kamata getting ready to drop next. Regular footer coming in forward. 4.5 times around for the back 16. So we saw the switch back 16 from Ryoma on his first of 3 jumps. That scored him a 77.25, so he'll be adding to that score. A nice score here with the back 16, again mirroring his first jump trick. There he is, locks in the melon grab. Holding on to that grab. Body is nice and quiet in the air. He's not flailing around. Showing judges he's comfortable in the air. Going big, throwing big tricks. 4.5 times around for that back 16 with the melon. Spotting his landing, and then look at that. He's completely blind when he comes around on that back 16. But just great air awareness. He's not looking at the landing. When you come around from that, you're kind of looking up the landing still. 79.75 for that back 16. And that has Ryoma Kamata in second place. Clemens Müller, the Austrian, still sitting in third. Taiga Hasegawa in the top spot. Drop it in now. This is Ian Mattioli, regular footer, coming in switch. With the cab 18. So we saw the front side 18, Weddle to tail grab, well, slob to tail on his first jump. Here, takes off switch, opposite of his natural stance. 5 times around for the cab 18. And I mean, he mirrors that first trick exactly. It's a switch slob grab there to tail grab, to switch tail grab. So again, I mean, that was a perfectly mirrored trick from his first jump. Again, solid support crew, keeping him nice and loose. The Italian, the only Italian in the final, representing the host nation for the next 2026 Winter Olympic Games, Milano Cortina, 87.75. So yeah, I mean, you see there's only a 1/4 of a point difference between those two tricks. Judges very consistent there. Nice work, judges. But how about the versatility of Ian Mattioli, just able to throw that exact same trick, both natural stance and switch stance. Very impressive indeed for the Italian. Now our top qualifier, looking to add to the 92, the highest score from the first round. This is Oyvind Kirkus. backside double cork 16-20 for the regular footer from Norway. And you see his body language there. He knows he could do that a little better. Ooh, is that off access 3 times there? Look at the replay again for this back 16. Look at him, already body is rotating around. 1. Two times around and already corking twice. Yeah, off access 3 times there for the back triple cork 16. 44 for that back triple cork 16. Judges want to see the better landing on that. But some foreshadowing of what you might see go down. And there's your standings after the second of 3 runs. Time flies when you're having fun. We are already poised for our 3rd and final run. But Taiga Hasegawa from Japan, your reigning world champ, in the top spot. Ian Mattioli in second. And Ryoma Kamata rounding out the top 3 with your top qualifier, Oyvind Kirkus, right there with the highest jump score of a 92 on his first jump. Just off the podium in 4th. He can clean up that back triple cork 16 on that 3rd and final jump. That would bode him very well. But now we will focus our attention back to the women. 3rd and final run coming up here in the beautiful historic city of Klagenfurt, Austria. Thank you all for tuning in. It all comes down to this 3rd and final run. As I said, we will re-rack the start order based off of the standings. Anna Gasser there currently sitting in 3rd. The hometown hero, she will be 3rd to last to drop. Mia Brooks currently sitting in 2nd. No surprise there. She will be 2nd to last to drop. And currently sitting in the top spot, your leader, Japan's Mari Fukada. She will have the liberty of dropping last. She won the first stop of the season in Kerr back in October. That's why she's wearing that yellow World Cup bib, World Cup leader bib. She got 2nd at the 2nd stop of the season. And there's your start order right there as I explained the re-rack. So Lily Dewanaway will be the first one to drop. The World Cup rookie here on what I'm going to go ahead and call a breakthrough season. So Lily Dewanaway from Frisco, Colorado, the only American here in the finals. Her first World Cup final. She had issues on her first 2 jumps, going for the backside 900. Couldn't put down the clean landing gear. So it is mathematically impossible for Lily to threaten the podium. So this one's for the crowd and for the fans tuning in from home. Copper Mountain local. Lily Dewanaway, regular footer, dropping in. Just with a nice clean backside 720. I shouldn't say just, that's a big jump. And a backside 7 on that jump. Very impressive. Member of that U.S. team, the Hydro Flask U.S. team, Lily Dewanaway, with her first World Cup final. Put down a beautiful backside 720. Locks in the stale fish grab. Love that grab on a backside 7. And again, remember that name, Lily Dewanaway, as she has been progressing at a very rapid rate. 71 for the backside 7 with the stale fish grab. Trick nomenclature once again. Adopted from skateboarding, not adopted, but taken from skateboarding, borrowed from skateboarding, if you will. Thanks to Tony Hawk for that one. Next up, Arian Burry. the Swiss Olympian, goofy footer. Had her first World Cup start back in 2017. And again, not able to threaten the podium after going down on the first two jumps, the cab 900 attempts. Very close to landing those, but a very nicely executed backside 720 as well there for Arian Burry. Doing it for the fans. Back 7 with the Weddle grab. Grabbing with that leading arm between the bindings on the front side edge. Gets good pop off the jump and nice clean landing there for Arian Burry. Love seeing the smile on the face. Definitely should be holding her head high. Thrown very well, that back 7 Weddle. And 2 beautiful cab 9 attempts on her first 2 jumps. Again, just barely missed putting the clean landing gear down. Showing her appreciation to the colorful Austrian fans in the mix. The only stadium big air of this 2025 5-stop World Cup season. Next up, Momo Suzuki. First jump had a backside 720 with a Weddle grab. Scored a 69.5 for that back 7. That's the score that she is looking to replace. Her second jump, it was a frontside 10 that she got at 82.25, so she'll hold on to that score. Look for another backside spin here. Yep, backside 10, backside 12. All right, Momo Suzuki steps it up big time, replacing the backside 7 with a backside 1260. Steps it up big time here. Locked in the melon grab, got the landing gear down. Yeah, she held that melon grab for a full 360 of that 1260 rotation. So this will bode her well. She'll be adding a nice score onto that 82.25. Will it threaten the podium? Anna Gassers, who sits in third right now, would be bumped off the podium. And Momo Suzuki checking in with an 84.5, and that does put her on the podium for now. That bumps Anna Gasser off. But Anna does have a chance to answer back with a huge bag of tricks to answer back with as well. So Anna Gasser bumped off the podium. Momo Suzuki in second. Momo Suzuki in third. Mia Brooks in second. Mari Fukada in the top spot. Leila Iwabuchi currently sitting down in fifth, looking to add to her back double cork 1260 with a big frontside 1080. Puts down the clean landing. So again, Leila Iwabuchi is looking to add to the backside double cork 10, the 84. So the frontside 1080. She already had a front 10 from her first jump. That scored her a 79.25. That's the score she's looking to replace here. And it's the same with the Stelmaski, grabbing between the legs on the backside edge there, the frontside 10. Ooh, not as clean of a landing as she would want. I mean, count it. That's a beautiful frontside 1080, but intricacies that our judges do look at when they are factoring in the criteria into their scoring. So at 81.25, so they do award her better for that one than the first run. Doesn't have her on the podium, but has her in 4th. Bumps Anna Gasser down to 5th. Again, Anna Gasser still with the answer back coming your way. And our next athlete to drop will be Anna Gasser. 3 athletes remaining. They were your top 3 heading here into the 3rd and final run. The crowd from Austria waving the flags for their hometown hero, Anna Gasser. Looking for her to replace that cab double cork 900 from her previous jump. Here she is dropping and switch again. Oh, and cannot put down the clean landing gear. So she doesn't, or will not improve. But the crowd out here showing their love for the 2-time Olympic big air gold medalist. One of the most dominant forces. Going for that cab double cork 12. With the truck driver grab. Definitely was stepping it up big time. She knew she had to. But can't put down the clean landing gear. So close to landing that cab double cork 1260. A trick that, if cleanly executed, could have gotten her. Sorry, cab triple. That was thrown off access 3 times. The first athlete, first women's snowboarder to ever put down a triple cork, Anna Gasser. Such a pleasure to have her out here in the mix. Now Mia Brooks. Mia Brooks with the cab 14. All right, Mia Brooks currently sitting in 2nd, looking to replace the cab 1080 from her first run. 82.75 is that score she's looking to get rid of, and throws a huge cab 14 here. Locks in the switch melon grab. First time she threw that trick was on her way to the podium, the top of the podium, at the World Champs in Georgia a couple years ago. In a contest, first time throwing that trick down. So Mia Brooks currently sitting in 2nd, but steps it up big time. I predict a big score coming her way, and she does it. 95.75. That puts Mia Brooks on the top spot. 95.75, the highest score for the women. So Mia Brooks down the top spot. Mari Fukada down in 2nd. And Momo Suzuki in 3rd, getting word that, well, Kokomo Murdase electing to not take her 3rd and final run. So that's why we did not see Kokomo Murdase. Definitely sending her well wishes. Coco took a tough slam on her first jump. But Mari Fukada, your current World Cup leader, wearing the yellow bib. She was in the top spot. Your final athlete to drop. Guaranteed at least a 2nd place finish. Love seeing that smile. Love seeing that body energy. Nice and relaxed, Mari Fukada. Looking to replace the 88.75 from her backside double cork 1080. And here she is coming in for the same trick. And it's not going to be as clean. She will not do it. That backed up 10, Japan, she missed the grab, didn't put down the clean landing, so that will not improve her score. So that means Mia Brooks, your winner out here. Mari Fukada still on the podium. She will, well, actually, we'll see how the points go because Mia Brooks, her and Mia, this is quite a battle going on between these two now. Madi won the first stop of the season. Mia Brooks got 5th. Mia won the second stop of the season. Madi got 2nd. So Madi should hold on to that World Cup leader, I think. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I want to speculate, but it will be interesting to see how the points shake out, to see who's going to have that yellow bib heading into the 4th of 5 stops of the season. That'll be in Kreisberg, Austria next weekend, and then the final stop of the season in Aspen, Colorado next month. There you have it, Mia Brooks, your winner. Mari Fukada in 2nd, and Momo Suzuki rounding out the top 3. Congratulations to all the women. And that's Momo Suzuki's first World Cup podium. So congratulations to Momo Suzuki with her first World Cup podium. Leila Iwabuchi just off the podium in 4th. Anna Gasser, the hometown hero, representing Austria proudly in 5th. Ariane Burry in 6th. Lily Dewanaway, the only American in the finals, in her first World Cup final in 7th. And Coco Morase rounding out the top 8 after taking a tough slam on her first jump. But congratulations, reliving some of the moments from our top 3 finishers there. Momo Suzuki with her first World Cup podium, finishing in 3rd. And then in 2nd, Mari Fukada, your current World Cup leader, won the first stop of the season. 2nd place, the 2nd stop of the season. And a 2nd place here tonight, 3rd stop of the season under the lights in Klagenfurt, Austria. And your winner, Mia Brooks, defending Crystal Globe recipient, world champ, with the huge cab 14 when it counted, when she needed it.
Here with the winner of the Big Air Klagenfurt World Cup, Mia Brooks, dropping a cab 14 on your final hit to take the W. You're saying to me, you don't know what's going through your head. Could you tell me what you think was going through your head?
I have no idea. I'm just hyped. So sick, yeah. I can't believe I just did that.
I mean, everybody was throwing down tonight. Mari was coming with some super big tricks. You knew you needed your best. How good does it feel to get it done? Put your best down here.
Yeah, it's definitely like, I mean, even though it won China last time, it's still like insane to do it again. So yeah, I'm just really happy.
I was going to say, going back to back after Beijing, you are on a heater. It's incredible to watch. Congratulations, Mia.
Thank you.
A nice word from our winner there, Mia Brooks, representing Great Britain. And again, a battle is beginning to ensue out here for the World Cup rankings for the women in Big Air between Mia Brooks and Mari Fukada. And we still have the 3rd and final run for the men coming up. And a current look at your top 3. Ryoma Kamada from Japan in 3rd. We'll re-rack the order for the men as well. In 2nd from Italy, Ian Mattioli. And your current leader heading into the 3rd and final jumps from Japan, your defending Crystal Globe recipient, Big Air champion there, Taiga Hasegawa. The reigning world champ will be the last one to drop. There's a look at your start order. Ollie Martin, the only American that made it into the finals, once again took a crash in training before finals and was a DNS did not start on his first 2 jumps, so I don't believe we will be seeing Ollie Martin. Nope, that is not Ollie right there. That is Gemma Mazette Brown, representing Great Britain. So, Ollie, we're wishing you a quick recovery and looking forward to seeing you back in the bib soon. But right now, Gemma Mazette Brown, goofy footer, coming in forward with the front side 1440 4 times around there. So with 2 crash scores basically on his first 2 jumps, not possible for Gemma Mazette Brown to advance on through onto the podium. So doing this for the crowd and for himself out there as well. The front 14 slob, again, the extension. The extension of that leg, pronouncing that trick. But a promising future here. Definitely excited to see more from this athlete. Gemma Mazette Brown here in only his 7th World Cup start. Next up in the start, returning from injury, Leon Volkensberger. Had a crash on his first jump, went down hard, got the dirt off his shoulders, got back up there to put down the dang thing on jump number 2. It was a switch back 16, scored a 75.5. So if he throws something big here, I'd say he's entirely out of the mix for the podium, but he's gonna need something big. Drop it in forward. Big backside 1440, getting off access at least a couple times there. Nice work. Love seeing the stoke there from Voki. Again, welcome back to competition, bouncing back from injury.
It's in here, baby. It's in here.
And he says it right there, pointing to the head. It's in your head. And it's not going to be a victory on the podium tonight, but a personal victory indeed. Look at him holding on to that melon grab throughout on that back 14. Very well executed. 4 times around for the backside 1440. Melon grab locked in. That was a very excellent backside 1440 melon. Off access 3 times. The judges are counting that for the back triple cork 1440, a 76.5. That'll put him just off the podium in 4th, but that is a personal victory right there for the German athlete. Well done, Voki, and welcome back from injury. Good to see that. Next up, Kuba Jakub Rones from Czech Republic, the goofy footer, looking to add to that 90.75 for that cab 18 with a switch tail grab from his first jump. He is not out of podium contention. Went down on a front 12 on that second jump. So that is why he's not on the podium right now, but big first jump score that he can add to here. Coming in forward, here's Kuba. With the front side, 1440. Nice work, Kuba. Thrown well. We'll enjoy the replay and check out some of the intricacies here. Frontside 1440 slob, grabbing with that leading arm Look at the extension of that front leg to really bone that one out. Pronouncing that one, showing that air awareness. Frontside 1440 slob. And a 78.5. That will have Kuba Rones in third. That bumped Ryo Kamada off the podium for the time being, but he'll have a chance to answer back. The Japanese athlete, Ryoma Kamata, now sitting in fourth. Lion Farrell dropping in next, represent New Zealand with the Maui roots. Noka Oi, we are the best is what that means in Hawaiian. And can Lion be the best tonight? Drop it in forward. There's that back 18 rocket air. Oh, landing a little toe heavy. So not putting down the clean landing. Look at the double nose grab for the backside, 1800, 5 times around, back 18 rocket air. But again, landing heavy on the toe side edge. Judges need to see that clean landing to award these athletes into the top spots. Lands toe heavy, washes it around an extra 180. Great athleticism there. Not crashing, but it's a washout, and so there you see the 46.75 for Lion. But great showing from Lion Farrell, as he is riding really well this season. So that doesn't threaten the podium. Next to drop in. As you hear the Austrian fans get excited, look at that. I love seeing the look on Clemens Mühlauer's face, feeling the love from the hometown crowd. The Austrian, Clemens Mühlauer, getting ready to drop in. Looking to replace his jump 2 scorer that he did a backside 1620, but he reverted on the landing. Wasn't a big mistake, but again, judges want to see that clean landing. So first jump score of a 79 is what he's looking to add to. That was a switchback 16 nose grab. So it's got to be a different trick than the switchback 16. Are we going to see the back 16 attempt again here for the regular footer? That's what I'm guessing. Yep, drop it in forward here, his natural stance. 1, 2, 3. Lost it a little bit on my feed here, but I'm assuming that was that back 16. And judging by the reaction, a stomped landing out here for Clemens Mühlauer. There it is, the back 16, putting it down beautifully. Reaches up, locks in that nose grab, establishes it. Look at the board flexing. Locks in that nose grab. Spots his landing, comes around. Look at that. He's looking uphill, completely blind on that landing. Judges know how difficult that is. Beautiful back 16 nose. Well done, Clemens Mühlauer. The fans love it. Score coming in, 81.75. So not enough to get him up on the podium, but in fourth place, a very respectable showing. And the fans in Austria definitely appreciate it. Dropping in now.
Das Ding ist
4.5 times around for the backside triple cork 16. I'm gonna call on my initial view of that trick. Looked like he was off axis 3 times around while spinning 4.5 times around. Øyvind Kirkus from Norway, your top qualifier into tonight's finals. So the same trick, the backside triple cork 16 that he attempted on his second jump. He puts it down way cleaner there. So we're going to forget that second jump. Big improvement coming his way. This could threaten the podium because he'll be adding to the 92 at 80, and it does. It puts him up in third on the podium for now. So Øyvind Kirkus bumps Kuba Rones from Czech Republic off the podium, and he's sitting in third. 3 athletes remaining, your top 3 coming here into the finals. And it's gonna be Ryoma Kamada dropping next. He was sitting in third coming into this third and final jump, but now sitting in 5th. Here's his answer back. Can he get back up on the podium? Looking to replace possibly the switchback 16. Nope. Going for a back 18. But he's not going to be able to improve after not putting it down cleanly there. So I thought he was going to be trying to replace the switchback 16, the 77.25, but instead he elects to try to replace the score for the backside 16, that 79.75, with a bigger backside trick with backside 18. But he will not be advancing further up the standings. He'll be down in 6th. After that, I'm sorry, I said he was in 5th, down in 6th now. And now our 2 remaining athletes guaranteed a podium finish. This is Ian Mattioli. Can he get up on the top spot though? Ian Mattioli currently sitting in 2nd. Again, guaranteed a podium finish. With the front side 18, but lands toe heavy. Had the front 18 on his first jump that he won't be replacing. So yeah, you see the DNI, did not improve, is what that is an acronym for. It's new this year on the World Cup format. That's just to allow the contest to carry on at a good rate. Judges, if they know that that jump did not improve and doesn't affect the standings, will give that DNI so they don't have to sit around and tabulate a score. Again, a new acronym this year on the World Cup format. And your final athlete, a victory lap. This is Taiga Hasegawa from Japan coming in switch. Taiga Hasegawa with the victory lap, cab 5. Congratulations, Taiga Hasegawa, back on the top spot after winning the first event of the season. Going absolutely massive, landing close to that bottom line. A beautiful cab 5 there, and yeah, not going to be a big score, but that was for the fans out there. Just the style of that cab 5 there for Taiga Hasegawa. And there's your podium there, Taiga Hasegawa in the top spot. Representing Japan, started off the season on the top spot. And back up in the mix, Ian Mattioli in 2nd. Øyvind Kirkus from Norway, rounding out the top three. And we'll relive the moments from our top three finishers. There's Øyvind Kirkus. Here in his 19th World Cup start, his first World Cup podium. Congratulations to Øyvind Kirkus with that massive 92 on that switch double back rodeo 1260. Ian Mattioli from Italy in second place. Here in his third World Cup podium. Congratulations, Ian Mattioli from Italy. And your champion with the victory lap tonight, Taiga Hasegawa from Japan. His 5th World Cup victory, 7th World Cup podium. And we'll get a word from our winner.
Competition here at the Big Air Klagenfurt FIS Snowboard World Cup. Taiga Hasegawa of Japan. Taiga, first place to open the season in Kure, but then 9th place in Beijing. I know you wanted some revenge here tonight. Tell me how good it feels to get it done.
I'm so excited to get second win. I want to say thanks to everyone. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. I was so excited tonight. Thanks so much.
It was incredible stuff once again. Cab 18, frontside 18, second win of the season. Incredible stuff, Taiga. Congrats.
Yeah. Front 18 and cab 18, it's so big. I was thinking, oh no, but I believe I stomped, I landed it. Thanks so much.
You believed, you got it done. Congrats and thank you.
There you go, some powerful words from your champion out here. And definitely a message to all you aspiring young athletes. Believe in yourself and you can achieve greatness. Well, congratulations to all the athletes out there tonight, throwing down in the beautiful historic city of Klagenfurt, Austria, here on the 3rd stop of this 5-stop World Cup Big Air season. And on behalf of the entire production crew, thank you all for tuning in here to the FIS World Cup Big Air in Klagenfurt, Austria. A very exciting night indeed at a new venue, the only stadium Big Air of this 5-stop season. Happy New Year, everyone. As we look at our standings here for women's Big Air. Again, stop 3 of 5. Mari Fukada holding on to that World Cup bib. So there you have it. I was wondering if it was going to go to Mia Brooks, but Mari Fukada still 15 points ahead of Mia Brooks. So she'll hold on to that yellow bib as these athletes head to Kreisberg, Austria next week for the 4th stop of the season. So we have a battle going on here amongst the women between Mari Fukada and Mia Brooks. Definitely some great storytelling heading into the next stop, the 4th of this 5-stop FIS World Cup season. And for the men, the standings, Taiga Hasegawa will have the yellow bib heading into next week's event. But just 19 points ahead of the Italian Ian Mattioli. So we got a tight race there between the men as well. Again, congratulations to all the athletes tonight. It was a battle just to make it here into the finals, a very tough cut indeed. And now the award ceremony coming up for our podium finishers.
Also es klingt jetzt gar nicht schlecht, aber ich glaube, es geht noch besser. Klagenfurt, würde sich stadion, hat euch gefallen! All right, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for prize giving right here in third place for the women's here from Japan. Make some noise for Momo Suzuki! Preis für den dritten Platz wird gereicht für die Kerber von Geschäftsführer Magister Klaus Erbartler.
And your women's podium presentation. In third place, Momo Suzuki, her first World Cup podium.
In second place, also from Team Japan, please make some noise.
Yeah, Momo Suzuki, first World Cup podium, just starting her World Cup season this year. In second place, your current World Cup leader, Mari Fukada. Won the first stop of the season in Kerr back in October there in Switzerland. Second place at the second stop of the season in Beijing. And a second place here tonight in Klagenfurt. She is your World Cup leader heading into the fourth stop next week in Kreisberg, Austria. And your winner tonight, Mia Brooks from Great Britain. A fifth place for Mia at the first stop of the season in Kerr. She won the second stop of the season in Beijing and carried that momentum here into stop number 3 with the win. And again, just 15 points behind Mari Fukada in the World Cup standings. So a battle indeed, a friendly battle, but a battle indeed heading into Kreisberg, Austria next week. Congratulations to our women's podium and to all the women throwing down out there tonight. Now your podium presentation for the men.
Make some noise for Øyvind Kirkegaard.
In third place from Norway, your top qualifier here into tonight's finals, Øyvind Kirkegaard.
Norwegian's finest. Nice Platz.
It was his 19th World Cup start, and this is his first World Cup podium. So congratulations, Øyvind Kirkegaard from Norway, third place.
In second place, representing Italy. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise and give it up for Ian Mattioli.
And your second place finisher, Italy's Ian Mattioli, here with his third career World Cup podium.
First place, the winner of the first ever Big Air Klagenfurt, all the way from Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Taiga Hasegawa!
And your champion from Japan, Taiga Hasegawa. Congratulations again, Taiga Hasegawa, here with his 5th World Cup victory, his 7th World Cup podium. And a tight battle again for the men heading into the next stop next weekend in Kreuzberg, Austria, with Ian Mattioli just 19 points behind Taiga Hasegawa. Now your current World Cup leaders with the yellow bibs heading into the next stop of the season. Next weekend, the 4th of 5 stops in Kreuzberg, Austria. Taiga Hasegawa and Mari Fukada, your current Big Air World Cup leaders.
Show. Manchmal ist der 5., der 4., der 3., der 2., der 1. Wir wissen genau, dass ihr euch wünschen würdet, dass er ein bisschen höher gewesen wäre. Aber beide Top 5 in der Welt, das kann man nicht. Da muss man Respekt zollen, ihr Lieben. Jetzt brauche ich nochmal einen dicken Applaus für die beiden hier, die abgeliefert haben. Und was mich interessiert, ihr habt schon alles erlebt. Ihr habt auf der ganzen Welt gesnowboardet. Diese Erfahrung hier daheim quasi in Klagenfurt die letzten 4 Tage. Wie war es für euch? Was war besonders?
Also heute war so richtig coole Stimmung, war Wahnsinn und es war so schön für euch alle zu springen. Also ein riesen Dankeschön.
Ja, danke vielmals fürs Anfahren, wie ich rausgekommen bin und ihr mir ins Gesicht geschrien habt, habe ich mir gedacht, ich gehe wieder zurück rein ins Starthaus. Also wirklich ein wahnsinniges Gefühl. Danke an alle, die was da waren und dass ihr angefeiert habt.
So, was ist das Wichtigste? Warum sind wir hier? Um die Menschen da draußen zu inspirieren, die Menschen zu motivieren, dass sie zum Snowboarden gehen. Ich bin mir ganz sicher, dass irgendwo hier im Publikum ganz viele kleine nächste Anna Gassas und Clemens Millauers versteckt sind. Vielleicht einen kleinen Shoutout an alle, die jetzt Blut geleckt haben, die Snowboarden anfangen wollen. Was sollen sie machen?
Ich glaube, das Wichtigste ist Spaß zu haben bei dem, was man macht, Leidenschaft zu haben und ich würde mich freuen, wenn ich viele junge, motivierte Wintersportler in der nächsten Saison sehen wird.
Ihr Lieben, wir ziehen unseren Hut. Nächste Woche hier geht's weiter am Kreisberg. Also geil, dass hier in Österreich so viele tolle Events stattfinden. Ihr wart ein Wahnsinnspublikum. Ihr habt die Stars aus dem...
And again, on behalf of our entire production staff, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next week for the 4th of 5 stops of this Big Air World Cup season in Kreisberg, Austria. Happy New Year. Get out on the mountain when you can. Thank you all. Take care.